Behind every modern city is another world waiting quietly, roving Robin. There's a version of Kuala Lumpur the tourists know. Glass towers, cafes, rooftop bars, luxurious condos. But hidden behind all of that are neighborhoods that feel like they were forgotten by time. And today, I walk into them. Not through museum, not through a movie set, but real places where people still live. I started near Chowkit, not far from the wet market. The moment I stepped into the old flats, it felt like I accidentally walked into another decade. The paint was peeling, the walls were brown, blackened by time. Everything looked old, dingy, almost like the building could collapse at any moment. But strangely, I didn't want to leave. Instead, I kept taking photos. Every corridor felt cinematic. Every corner looked like a scene from an old Hong Kong movie. Not the glamorous kind, the human kind, the kind where neighbors still know each other, where life happens slowly. The strange thing is, this place didn't make me uncomfortable. It made me nostalgic. I felt like I had been transported back to childhood, back to a version of Asia that is slowly disappearing. And honestly, if someone wanted to shoot a movie set in the 1960s, they could film it here immediately. No props needed, no artificial aging, time already did the work. And outside these flats, modern condominiums, luxury apartments, new money, new lifestyles, two completely different worlds standing beside each other. Later, I walked behind the Jalan Alor area. Tourists were eating street food just minutes away, but behind the lights, the atmosphere changed completely. And again, I found another forgotten neighborhood, old flats squeezed beside modern developments. It almost felt unreal, like the city moved on, but accidentally left these places behind. My favorite place wasn't even the flats themselves, it was the car park downstairs. I stayed there for quite a while. A group of residents sat together, talking for hours. No one seems to be rushing anywhere. No phones, no urgency, just conversation, just presence, and for a moment, the city outside disappeared. There was something tender about the atmosphere. Even though everything looked worn down, it didn't feel dead. It felt lived on, human. Maybe that's why I couldn't stop walking around, because places like these are disappearing. Cities modernize, old neighborhoods get demolished. Everything becomes cleaner, safer, more efficient, but sometimes something disappears together with the old building. A certain warmth, a slower rhythm, a feeling that people actually live together instead of merely existing beside one another. I came here expecting abundant flats. Instead, I found memories, I found stories, I found pieces of an old Kuala Lumpur still quietly surviving behind modern city. And maybe one day, these forgotten neighborhoods will disappear too. But for now, they're still here, waiting quietly behind the towers. Some places disappear, but their story remains. Roving Robin.